Hi there, my name is Dina Falconi. I'm an herbalist, educator, and the author of Foraging and Feasting and Earthly Bodies and Heavenly Hair. And what brings us out into this woodland today, what's exciting about this moment in the landscape is it's wet, it's early fall, and we are in an oak-dominant little woodlands here. And this is where we look for the hen of the woods, also called Maitake, also known as Grifola. Grifola is the genus and Frondosa is the species. And so we are looking at the oaks who host this polypore. This is, I'm going to go into detail with you. Hopefully we're going to find it. We're definitely going to find it. It's the right moment. And we're looking at red oaks, we're looking at chestnut oaks, we're looking at black oaks, scarlet oaks. The oaks are its favored host, and what other things to consider is it likes to grow in the eastern part of North America, as well as Europe and Asia. And you're going to be looking for it here, at least in the Northeast, in September through November. And we've had some rain, so I'm feeling excited, and we basically circle around the base of oak trees that are usually 30 to 40, 50 years old. That's where I found them. So we do the little dance around the oak bases. And what else to say about this mushroom? Why is it amazing? What's so exciting? I forgot to tell you. It is a delicious choice edible that you can cook, saute it, simmer it in soup, bake it. It's a delectable, delicious gourmet wild mushroom that is also medicinal. And I know some folks have issue around how can you say it's medicinal? Medicine is complex, but I just want to add that the Maitake is used in immuno-modulating formula, so it's used to help the immune system function well. And it can be related to cancer issues, preventing cancer. I like to think of it though as a mushroom that helps us stay healthy by supporting our immune system, and eating it is a fabulous way to do so. So let's go find some. Holy crap, it's right here. So here we are at the base of this chestnut oak, which is probably 50, 60 years old. And so did I tell you though that Maitake in Japanese means dancing mushroom? Because when you find one, you're super happy and you usually do a little dance. Anyway, so here it is. I'm going to give you more detail in a moment. I see one here, and when I see one here at the foot of an oak, I actually scan it to see if I can find more. And we found another baby right here. Things to note is sometimes this mushroom can be a crazy 100 pounds. Typically I find 2 pounders, maybe 3 pounders. So what else to say? Grifola Frondosa, thank you so much for showing yourself to me. I'm very excited. Now let's give you some ID clues. Here with the base of the oak tree. This is a butt fungus, just so you know, which means it grows at the base of oak trees or oak stumps. This close-up shot though is really to show you how this mushroom looks so much like a leaf cluster, and its scientific name, Grifola frondosa, refers to Grifola means braided fungus and frondosa means leaf-like. So you can really see that it looks like a braided fungus that's leaf-like. When you find one of these beauties, you can unhinge it basically from its base, just pull it up, and you can grab the whole thing, and there you have it. And you flip it over. Can you see that? And it has a white undersurface that is made of tiny pores, not gills. This is a soft-fleshed polypore. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Okay, let's show you some close-ups and add a note that oaks are Grifola frondosa's primary host, at least in my experience, but you can find them, I have found them at the bottom of beech trees, and also I hear that they are found on other trees, but they are primarily found in association with oaks. It's really important when you start to eat or harvest mushrooms that you ID them properly. So let's go through the details of IDing this Maitake, also known as hen of the woods. Let's do it. And first off, you want to look at cap color. So cap color or mushroom color basically means all of this. What do we see? What color is that? I'd say that it's in this one it's a medium gray, and this one we have light gray to almost very, very dark gray. We also have some tan or beige in it. These mushrooms do vary in color. Some of them are browner or beigeur. So you can see that. Now let us talk about the arrangement. So how are these arranged? These are the caps, and they are arranged in this beautiful overlapping clustering way. So you want to look at that, make sure you see that. I'm going to actually flip this over, and I'm going to cut into this one. First of all, I want you to see though that this base of it, you can see, is a chunky base, and these fronds, so to speak, emerge out of this stemish base. I'm going to cut this here. So, by the way, when you're foraging this for food, you do want to get rid of this sort of dirty, funky stuff. So you're cutting that away, and then I'm going to cut into it so you can see how it's arranged. So when I peel it back, we've got these beautiful, here, I can partition, I hope you're seeing this well. I can partition off these parts, and you can see that is how they're arranged, all layered in there, all these spoon or spatula-like segments that overlap to create this cluster. So yeah, I'm going to keep breaking these apart so you get a sense of that. Maybe we'll have a little macro of that. Flipping it over, you also want to make sure that you see pores. And in the case of this specimen that I have in my hand, this is pretty young, and so the pores are hardly even visible, but they're there. But you do not see gills, okay? That's pretty important. And also you see that it is a white underside. It's a white pore surface. If you were to create a spore print from this, it would be a white spore print. Other things to consider is that the mushroom flesh itself, when you break into it, is white. So here we've broken into it, and you can see that that is a white flesh, and that flesh does not discolor. It's not turning black as we touch it. Okay, let's give you a macro of the pore surface, and I think that you will be pretty empowered to know how to ID this gourmet, delectable, immuno-modulating mushroom. Let's go on to the macro of the spore surface. I've broken off a piece of the hen of the woods so you can see, and flipped it over. So this is the under surface, or the underside. It's the pore surface. Hen of the woods, Maitake, Grifola frondosa, all relate to the same mushroom that's in my basket. And this mushroom is a perennial. That means that it has mycelium that run through the forest floor that live for many years. And these are its fruits, and these fruiting bodies will show up often in the same location or in a similar region. So if you spot these, perhaps you would go back and check again. And it can happen for years and years. So you know that. And what else to say? Yes, so let's recap. This is a gourmet, delectable mushroom that you can cook as you cook any mushroom, really. Saute it, put it in soup and stews, bake it. If you have an excess, or if you just feel inspired, you can dry these so you can dehydrate them, and then you would add them to soups and stews or teas. So may this lesson empower you to know how to ID henna the woods, to use it wisely. If you've enjoyed this and you'd like more, I invite you to check out my online course, Wild Food Health Boosters and Herbal Remedies, at wildfoodhealthboosters.com. See you next time.